Okay, guys, out of all the X-Men that have their own story, Psylocke is on a whole different chapter than the rest. If you haven't seen the first video I did on this, then you should definitely go check it out, because she is still taking names and giving out whoopings. She doesn't care if you were an old acquaintance, an ally, a bunch of kids, or just someone standing in her way. And might I add, she's doing all this while looking sexier than ever. Now, I apologize that I'm a little sick, so my voice might sound a little irritating, but welcome back to Keepin' It Comic, and today we're diving into Psylocke, issue number 2. In case you don't remember how the last issue ended, Psylocke is standing over Skullbuster's body, and instantly she jumps into action to try to save the kids. You can see the kids panicking as the fire is spreading. One of the kids says to the other, "Put it out, don't you have ice powers or something?" And that kid responds, "I'm trying, I don't know how to use them yet." And I bring that up because it's beyond crazy to me that these kids don't know how to use their own mutant powers. But as long as you put on a patch, you're a master at it, even if you never had powers before. But either way, Psylocke, even at a distance, cuts the curtains down to contain the fire, just enough for her and the kids to run away to safety. Now, her first idea was to take the kids to John Greycrow, but he isn't home and doesn't answer his phone while he's doing a job. So who does she decide to leave the kids with? None other than Beast. And can I say, these kids have all types of mixed emotions about the blue furball. But Psylocke has to drop the kids off to him in Alaska. Then she decides to go look for the rest of the missing kids and heads to Manhattan. Now, can I just say, Devin D'Angelo is not happy at all. See, he gets all the inside information for her. So in a way, he feels responsible for her as well. And he's highly pissed that as soon as things went south at the AIM party, she hung up and destroyed her device and left him worrying this whole time. This boy had the nerve to ask her for an apology, as if he was going to get one from her. But it seems that Devin did track down the anonymous tipster who gave the information about the AIM party. So who exactly gave this information? None other than Shinobi Shaw. Now, let's take a moment to talk about who Shinobi Shaw really is. Shinobi is the son of Sebastian Shaw, aka Black King, a key member of the Hellfire Club and one of the most powerful mutants in the Marvel Universe. But here's the twist. Shinobi's mother was romantically involved with both Sebastian Shaw and Harry Leland. So when she found out she was pregnant, she informed Sebastian, who assumed the child was his. For most of Shinobi's life, he was treated as Sebastian's adopted son. Growing up, Shinobi attended some of the Hellfire Club parties where he crossed paths with Warren Worthington III, aka Angel. But over time, the two grew apart. Shinobi eventually rose in power, becoming a member of the Upstarts, a group of young mutants competing to kill other mutants. And one of the most shocking moves, Shinobi killed his father, or so he thought, thus inheriting his father's empire and connections, including his position as the leading member of the Hellfire Club's inner circle. However, Shinobi's path wasn't smooth. He tried to revive the Hell Club's inner circle, but when he reached out to his old friend Warren and his fellow X-Men Psylocke, they refused his offer. His next challenge was to assassinate the surviving New Mutants and Hellions, but his plans were stopped by X-Force and the New Warriors. Despite his attempts to gather mutant allies, Shinobi's violent conflicts with other superhumans ultimately led to his failure to replace his father. But Shinobi's story didn't end there. After being killed by his father and resurrected by Selene and Eli Bard with the transmode virus, he rejoined the Upstarts and killed the Nasty Boys. In a surprising turn, when the X-Men arrived to investigate, Shinobi revealed that his actions were meant to protect the Nasty Boys from falling into Emma Frost's hands. Surrounded by the X-Men and unwilling to surrender, he took his own life by phasing his hand through his own head. Shinobi was resurrected again by the Five on Krakoa, after his father requested it, of course. Sebastian wanted to reconnect with Shinobi and make him the new Red King of the Hellfire Club. However, after Emma Frost, aka the White Queen, chose Kate Pryde as the Red Queen, Sebastian made Shinobi the Black Bishop instead. This led to more drama, including Sebastian secretly killing Kate, hoping that the Five couldn't revive her. Things got even more complicated when Sebastian discovered that Shinobi wasn't biologically his son at all, and that he was the son of Harry. This revelation shocked Shinobi, but Harry, upon being resurrected, he was thrilled to learn the truth. Fast forward to the third Hellfire Gala, where Sebastian Shaw made backdoor deals with Orcus. You know, the human organization bent on mutant annihilation. Shinobi, however, disagreed with his father's choices and ultimately sided with mankind. He shared crucial information with Shadowcat about Sebastian's plans and warned her about Orcus' impending actions. So when Shinobi Shaw is involved, you can bet there's a whole lot of scheming, family drama, and shifting alliances going on. And I'm sure he's playing a dangerous game with Psylocke and the rest of the mutants, but either way, she drops down from the skylight, and this feels like deja vu from the first issue. But this man Shaw is funny. Everybody is running, and he's like, "Come on in, the water's fine." Of course she denies, but how are you inviting someone who might be there to kill you into the water with you? But Shaw clearly knows which Psylocke this is, and even says, "I can never forget." And with a psionic blade to his neck, she replies, "And I know who you are, so start talking." Now look, I'm going to give you the short version of the dialogue because let's be honest, we want to get back to the action. So basically, after confirming the information came from Shaw, she tells him she's going to rescue the rest of the kids, and he's going to help. And he does just that. We see Psylocke and Shaw going into a restaurant that has a 6-month waiting list. But thanks to Shaw's name, they get in no problem. They go to the restroom, and Shaw hits a secret switch, which opens a passageway to a fight club. And what do we see? 2 kids battling it out to the death. So, of course, these two do what everybody does in a horror movie and decide to split up. It seems there are more kids missing, and Psylocke is going to find them. Now, let's not forget, she is never alone because Devin is on comms. He guides her to exactly where the kids are staying, and there's a guard there with a gun who says, "Ma'am, you're not supposed to be back here." And she's like, "I'm sorry, I got lost going to the restroom. I was wondering if you would be able to," and just like that, psionic blade to the face as she makes him open the door. And what do we see inside? A bunch of kids being held in cages. But things get a little more crazier. Psylocke says it's unforgivable, forcing children to fight each other just because they're mutants. And one of them responds, "But I'm not a mutant. They put these patches on me and I caught on fire." So not only are they forcing some mutants to fight to the death, but they're also forcing human kids as well. And next thing you know, our girl is getting electrocuted and unconscious. And when she finally comes to, she is in the middle of the arena surrounded by kids. And the person hosting the event, he says, "And now folks, we have a special show for you. A freshly caught adult mutant versus the rest of the stable. And a one against all battle royal." And even Shaw said out loud, "Oh, these kids are dead." And just like that, 2 of the kids are sprinting right towards Psylocke, saying, "I'm sorry, lady. They're going to kill us if we don't fight." And as soon as she responds saying, "I'm not going to hurt you," she's electrocuted by a device on her neck. The host then tells her, "Fight or die." And clearly, he doesn't know who he's messing with because this is the wrong woman to piss off. And as all these kids are apologizing, our girl is back to doing her ninja tactics with blades to everyone's faces. Now, of course, we all know she's putting them to sleep, but the host doesn't know that at all. He's excited thinking she's killing all these kids. He even says, "That's what I'm talking about." And just then, Shaw steps in. He grabs the announcer's wrist and instantly it shatters. The guards try to shoot him, and that's no help either. One of them even yells, "Our bullets aren't working. Why is he still alive?" And for those who don't know, Shaw's abilities are to manipulate density. So what he probably did earlier to the announcer's wrist was change his own density so his body was inside the wrist, then change the density back to a solid matter, exploding it from the inside out. And he's definitely doing the same thing with these bullets, letting them go right through him. And thanks to Shaw, all the collars are deactivated. Psylocke tells the kids, some of you protect your unconscious friends, the rest of you, come with me. And just like that, it's an all-out brawl. We have Psylocke, Shaw, mutant kids, and human kids with mutant abilities thanks to the patches fighting everyone in the arena. And in the middle of the chaos, Shaw is still flirting, trying to get Psylocke to go out with him to dinner. And even she has to say, you just cut a man in half with your body. But either way, Psylocke kept her word, and she saved the kids and headed back to Alaska. When she gets there, she's thinking about resting finally. But when she walks up to the door, John Greycrow's arm is nailed to it, and there's a note that says, come find me. And there you have it, folks. This issue was crazy and a great continuation of the first. We go from saving kids to saving possible love interests, and the stakes are higher than ever. Do you guys think Betsy would have handled it the same way? Because to be honest, I don't think so. But either way, let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and as always, don't forget to like the video to help with YouTube's algorithm. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss any of our future content. And as always, thanks for kicking it with Keepin' It Comic.